Tell me about the time when you made a mistake. Last year, while working in customer support, I made an error while configuring a customer's account, which led to their service being disrupted. My job was to fix the issue quickly and get their service back up while keeping the customer happy. I admitted the mistake, apologized, and worked with the technical team to resolve the problem. I walked the customer through troubleshooting steps to prevent the issue in future and stayed on the line until their service was fully restored. The customer was satisfied, and my boss appreciated how I handled the situation. I also learned how to double check configurations to avoid similar problems in the future. Describe a time when you've helped a friend. A friend of mine was really stressed out about applying for a job and didn't know where to start. I wanted to help them get organized and make the application process easier. I spent some time with them breaking down the tasks and helping them update their resume and write a cover letter. We also went over the job description to make sure everything matched up. They submitted their application on time and felt a lot more confident. Later, they even got an interview and thanked me for the support. Tell me about the time when you failed. I didn't reach my KPI score for a specific month. My goal was to improve my score in following month. To fix my score, I tracked all my detractor calls and looked for ways to improve. I learned that many of these calls lacked empathy and urgency. To address this, I created a checklist to keep my calls focused and made sure to address customer needs quickly and kindly. I also practiced active listening to understand their concerns better. Because of these changes, I reached my target score before the month ended and felt more organized and confident during my calls. Tell me about a situation where you had to solve a difficult problem with an example. We had a billing error that upset many customers. I needed to find the cause of the error and fix it quickly. I looked into the billing data and found that a software update had caused the mistakes. I worked with the IT team to fix the issue and communicated with the affected customers, explaining what happened and offering them a credit on their next bill. We fixed the error within a week and customer complaints went down. The customer appreciated the communication and credit, which helped rebuild their trust in our service. Tell me about the time when you went above and beyond. I had to handle an extremely irate customer whose service had been down for almost a month and required an on-field technician to fix it. My job was to expedite the technician's visit request, but the nearest appointment available was 2 weeks away. To speed things up, I collaborated with the field technician team, explained the situation, and was able to secure a next day appointment for the customer. As a result, I was able to calm the customer and rebuild their trust in the company. This experience taught me that teamwork is essential for contributing to the company's success. Tell me about the time you showed leadership. Our customer service team faced a sudden spike in call volume due to a new product launch. I needed to help manage the increased demand while maintaining service quality. I requested team meeting with my supervisor to discuss challenges and proposed a rotating break schedule. I also volunteered to take on extra calls to support my teammates. This approach helped us manage the call volume effectively without sacrificing quality, boosted team morale, and led to recognition from my manager for my leadership during tough times. Tell me about the time you made a difficult decision. I had a long time customer who was always unhappy with our service. Despite our efforts to help, I needed to decide whether to keep trying to satisfy this customer or recommend ending our service. I looked at their history and talked with my team. I then had an honest conversation with the customer and offered to let them end the agreement without penalty. The customer appreciated my honesty and left politely. This allowed me to focus on clients who valued our service, which improves our overall satisfaction scores. Give an example of an occasion where you used logic to solve a problem. In my customer service job, we got a lot of complaints about billing mistakes. I needed to find out why these mistakes were happening to reduce complaints and help our customers. I looked at the complaint data and checked our billing process. I found that most errors were due to wrong data entry when setting up customers' account. I suggested a new system to double check the information before finalizing it. This change greatly reduced billing complaints and customer satisfaction improved. My manager appreciated my logical approach to solving the problem. Give me an example of the time when you motivated others. Our customer service team was feeling overwhelmed during a busy time and morale was low. I wanted to lift everyone's spirit and keep our service quality high. I suggested a team meeting to recognize everyone's hard work and share positive feedback from customers. I encouraged the team to talk about their challenges and ideas. Then I suggested a friendly competition with goals and small prizes for the top performers. This idea helped boost the team mood and motivation. The competition led to better performance and we met our targets while getting a great feedback from our customer. Describe a time when you solved a problem. At my job, we had customers who was very unhappy because their service was down for several days. My goal was to resolve their issue quickly and restore their service. To keep the customer satisfied, I first listened to the customer concerns to understand the problem. Then, I contacted our technical team to get updates and push for faster resolution. I kept the customer informed throughout the process and offered them temporary solution to minimize the impact. We fixed the service issue within a day, and the customer was very grateful for my support. This helped us retain their business and improve their trust in our company. How have you dealt with conflict at work? Two team members had a disagreement on how to handle customer complaint, causing tension in the team. I wanted to help resolve the conflict so we could work better together. I requested a meeting for both teams member to share their views. I listened to their concern and helped them find a solution they could agree on. They worked together to resolve the customer complaint quickly, which improved our teamwork and created a better atmosphere in the office. Tell me about a situation where your work was criticized. My manager criticized my report for having errors and not following the right format. I needed to fix the report to meet the team's standards. I asked my manager for specific feedback, revised the report, corrected the mistake, and made sure it was the right format. After I resubmitted it, my manager liked the changes and praised my effort. This taught me to pay more attention to detail and ask for feedback. Describe a time when you worked in a team. In my customer service job, our team had to handle a lot of calls during a holiday sale. We needed to work together to answer all customer questions quickly. I worked with my teammates to split the workload based on what we were good at. We set up a system to track customer issues and shared updates. I also helped my colleagues with tough calls when they need it. By working as a team, we managed the high call volume well and kept our customer satisfaction high during the busy time. When have you gone above and beyond for a customer? A customer called very upset because their internet service was down and they needed it for an important work presentation the next day. I needed to resolve their issue quickly to ensure they could complete their presentation. I contacted our technical team and explained the urgency of the situation. I pushed for a faster appointment and arranged for a technician to visit their home the same evening. I also stayed on the line with the customer to keep them updated throughout the process. The technician arrived within a few hours and fixed the issue. The customer was very grateful and thanked me for my help. They later provided a positive feedback about my service, which made me feel proud of going the extra mile. How have you dealt with a difficult customer? As an Airbnb ambassador, a guest was upset because their check-in instructions were unclear. I needed to calm the guest, help them get into the property. I listened to the concerns and apologized. I gave them clear direction and offered to help them check in. I follow up later to make sure they were settled. The guests appreciated my quick help and enjoyed their stay. They left a positive review about my support, and this taught me the importance of good communication in hospitality. Give me an example of a time when you took initiative. In my customer service role, I kept getting calls from customers about the same issue with one of our products. I wanted to help reduce those calls and make things easier for both customer and our team. So I took the initiative to create FAQ document that covered those common questions. I shared it with my team and suggested we send it out in emails and post it on our website. This really helped cut down the number of calls about that issue. Customer loved having quick answer and it let our team focus on other important concerns. It felt great to make a positive impact. How did you deal with a difficult coworker? I had a coworker who often disagreed with my ideas during team meetings, making it hard to collaborate. I needed to find a way to work together better for the benefit of our team and customers. I decided to talk to my coworker one on one. I asked if we could discuss our different views and find common ground. I listened to their concerns and calmly shared my ideas. After our conversation, we understood each other better and worked more smoothly as a team. This helped us provide better service to our customer and improve our team dynamics. How do you prioritize your workload? In my customer service job, I had to handle many tasks at once, like calls and emails. I needed to prioritize my work to meet deadlines and help customer quickly. I made a list of my tasks and ranked them by how urgent they were. I focused on urgent customer issues first, then moved on emails and other tasks. This helped me stay organized and responsive. I handled urgent needs quickly and completed my other work on time, which made me both customers and my manager happy. How would you deal with a customer complaint? If customer called upset because their appointment with a field technician was delayed, I would need to address their concern. My goal would be to resolve the issue quickly and ensure the customer felt valued. First, I would listen to customer complaint without interrupting and apologize for the delay. Then I would check the system for the technician schedule and see if I could expedite their appointment. If possible, I would offer them a new time slot and reassure them that I would follow up to confirm. By responding promptly and finding a solution, the customer would feel heard and appreciated. This approach would help maintain their trust in the company and improve their overall experience.